Welcome to the Overly Opinionated Podcast. Recipes of Fallen Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens.
And free the guy.
Free the motherfucking guys.
Oh, look at us. We got the same clothes on. Yeah, we record 2 episodes the same day. And you're welcome.
You gonna enjoy this shit.
Yeah,
nigga.
you're welcome.
You gonna
All right?
like this
We're
shit.
not hiding anything from you.
Fuck.
Sometimes you got to get in where you fit in.
The fuck?
So this is the day's second podcast. Welcome.
Enjoy this shit, nigga.
So, Jordan, what you got?
All right.
Let's not clear our throat into the mic, huh?
Submit. I'm sorry, bro. Every time a command get thrown out, I have to say that.
You really is who
Bro,
you
my
is.
fault.
This nigga is who he is. All right, man. We gonna start with give them a chance. What the fuck is that about? This ain't scripted.
This is not scripted.
So
We put. I feel like we've said so before, but the way that we like to do it is we put one piece of an idea in the podcast notes, and we talk about it when we get here.
Yeah.
we ain't telling y'all nothing else now.
The give them a chance. I think a lot of times. Oh wait.
This nigga ain't
I'm
shit.
scared.
This nigga ain't shit, man. This nigga ain't shit.
I think a lot of times people know how to avoid disappointment.
Yeah.
I think you also avoid joy that way. So it's great to give people a chance to impress you.
Shit.
And I think if you don't
Thoroughly impress you.
yeah, why not?
What's the chances of that happening, man? What you think?
Let's find out.
Damn, nigga.
Let's find out.
Damn.
Like if you're, and don't get me wrong, man, I probably tried to have more control than is reasonable. But if you do that, if you're orchestrating every situation, what is the likelihood that you're surprised positively? It's really low. You are single-handedly lowering that possibility.
Self-saboteur. Self-saboteur.
Yeah, at least to a degree. Maybe not fully, but I mean, you don't give yourself the opportunity to be impressed.
Because you just screening shit.
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm a screener.
I gave you a chance to impress me with the logo and the merch. I want all the control. And I try not to behave that way in most parts of my life. I want all, like, if you were to ask me, do you want to control every, yep, I want to control it. I want to point and other people shoot. That's what I want. That's not realistic and that's not healthy. That's not really the way to be. So I don't do that shit. And I try, like, give people the chance to disappoint you, obviously, but also give them the chance. When you give someone the chance to disappoint you, give them the chance to positively surprise you.
You looking at this glass half full.
I mean, well, I'm looking at it as if there's a glass there and I don't have to be the one to fill it.
Whoever you gave a bottle to to pour it, man, they can either under or over.
Gave him the
you, huh?
chance. Gave him the chance.
Overlay for the underlay. All right, cool. I'm fucking with that. I ain't mad at that. I can definitely start doing that.
I thought he was about to say some crazy shit. I wasn't going to lie.
I feel like that could be considered crazy shit. This is actually the second, because we're recording this the same day, it doesn't feel like the second episode in a row to us, but it's the second episode in a row where I'm basically saying, like, don't protect yourself. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't
This
protect
nigga don't want you to survive,
That's
man.
not what I'm saying.
This
That's
nigga
not-
wants you to be vulnerable.
I promise that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I do want you to be vulnerable, though.
With everything.
I do want you to be vulnerable. I think that vulnerability gives you the opportunity for the best joys in
No,
life.
I was vulnerable the other night in the group chat. Y'all was cooking me. Y'all was cooking me, bro.
It came crazy, though.
I was straight Adrian Boner out that
Like,
bitch.
when
Damn,
you woke
they
up,
cooking
you
me.
was like, okay. Like,
No, because after that, I let it go. I was on the phone as it was happening. So, like, as y'all first started cooking me, I was like, damn, y'all on my ass. Then
I feel like we weren't cooking you, man.
I felt cooked. I was vulnerable. I felt vulnerably cooked.
You asked the question that just I feel
You
like
wanna
That's
talk
how
about
y'all was responding.
Do
That
you want
made
to
me
talk
feel
about it?
cooked.
You want to talk about it?
No, because we already talked about it. We did though.
But I not fully. It was,
Niggas,
Now
niggas
we-
be trying to extract
gave you
all the
advice, and that was
juice.
it.
Now, while we talked about it, we're talking about it and not talking about it.
So
Don't do this.
They
to
got
me.
no idea what's going on.
they don't
we
need
don't
to
have to
know.
talk. And I'm not trying to push you to doing it, but just let you know. You want to move on? We can move on.
We can move on.
We can move on. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. What you got?
Come on, man. Y'all niggas on fire today. All right. My bad. I did it again. My bad. Battling with bitterness over people getting opportunities that weren't offered to you.
Yeah.
In other words, niggas was hating.
now
And everybody's been a hater before.
'Cause-
Don't act like it.
I wanted you to clarify on that. Now, are you bitter with them or just that yourself that you just didn't
Bitter.
get it?
Simply bitter.
Whatever bitter means.
It's not
No,
bitter
that's
toward.
not always hating.
I'm not bitter toward anybody or anything. I'm just bitter. Well, not. I guess I'm bitter towards something. I'm bitter toward the fact that it's easier for them, whoever them may be. I don't like that.
That's not
It's
not
really
hating.
I was
it's
about to
tough. It's tough
You
for
said
me.
it was hating, nigga.
Because
I don't
was-
think it's not hating. Like I think that can
You
be.
think it's still hating?
I think
It's
that can
just
be
light
hating.
hating?
It
Yeah,
can't
that can
be hating, but it can also not be hating.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I was like, no, that's some hating shit. Because I,
And it could be like
for sure.
Let's say
Let's say a nigga good at basketball.
let's say you get a job. Let's say you get a job, and let's say you have been at this job for 3 years. Okay, let's say the way that you got your job is this way. This one you had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you made it. Like you made your job. You made it work for you. Like you worked to get there. And let's say someone got hired in and they had to go 1, 3, 5, 7. You're like, why is it easier for them? But it's okay for it to be easier for them, man. You still made it here. Like you good.
That is hating. See, I was thinking that the other side, like somebody get a job opportunity. You can be bitter you didn't get the job opportunity, but you can be happy for them at the same time.
Yeah,
So
I don't
I
see-
won't call that hating right there.
But I don't see the difference between those two things. Like I'm not mad at the person because they got the opportunity. I'm bitter at the fact that, like, damn, their opportunity was so much easier. Like they didn't have to catch a 90 degree, not 90 degree. They didn't have to catch a 90 mile per hour fastball. They just had to catch a 40 mile per hour fastball. I would have performed so well if I had to catch a 40 mile per hour fastball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that the reason that I think that's worth talking about is because I don't want the way that I talked to myself when it happened. I was like, your opportunity was not tainted. Like the opportunity that I've had are not tainted by someone having a different opportunity.
No.
Their opportunity is not valued lower because they didn't have to do all that I did. Like you're on a path and I'm on a path. As long as I get to where I'm going, things happen the way that they needed to.
Yeah.
And as long as you have the opportunity to get to where you're going, I am happy that things are happening the way that they need to for you. But initially, when it happens, there's like a famine mentality by me being internally a greedy actor nigga, bro.
Competition.
Like it's inside me that when you hear of somebody having an easier path to success, I won't say you. When I hear of someone having an easier path to success, I almost immediately downgrade their success.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't?
I almost immediately downgrade your success.
You mean that with like Ice Spice or something?
Whoa.
I don't know anything about that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm saying like she just had immediate blow overnight success. So would you like if she like? Would you be like, oh, her music not that good?
What if her music's not that good? Like her music cannot be that good, and
So,
her success can still be warranted.
like, let's.
I'm just asking this as an
okay,
example.
like the typical athlete who had nothing, homeless, whatever, made it to the pros, and then you got the suburban kid who also made it to the pros.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like for some reason, I just feel like you making
He
it from
not like
nothing.
that.
Yeah, like, and for
Some
some, I
niggas
don't
be
know.
like that, though.
It
It's
doesn't
not
make-
even. It's not even that he's not like that. His success
Does not
is
compare.
valued lower to me.
for sure.
Like your success is, it's a byproduct of your situation.
Okay. Yeah. I
The
can
other
see
guy's
that.
success is you overcoming your situation, and I value that higher.
Okay.
Well, there is a difference because the odds does change. Like when you got, it's definitely if you gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, it is harder than.
Yeah,
So
but I don't think that means that it's valued higher. You being successful, you successfully doing 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 is still you successfully moving. Like you are still doing things.
But
you are
it-
putting effort into being successful, and you should be given credit for that.
yes, but if in comparison to the 1, 2, 3, 4, like
That's the problem. Why you
the
doing
compar-
that?
Yeah,
Why you
agree.
doing that?
Keyword comparison.
There's no
Yeah.
need to do that, greedy ass actor nigga.
Yeah.
And look, I can't help myself
Listen,
either, man. I'm no
competition-
better than anyone. The reason that it's in the notes is because it happened to me. Like I'm out here looking at people's success, and I'm like, yeah, but of course.
Like-
I'm like, yeah, but
Why
of
not
course.
then, man? You know.
And that's just. I'm gonna say it. It's not fair. Jordan hates when I say that. It's not fair, and it's only because I can enact the fairness.
Y'all live in that fairness.
Yeah, I think that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
I'm
to
not
be
saying that. I'm not saying that I
But
don't want to.
fair. Do you try to though?
No, I just be understanding the unfairs, and I'll be like, man,
I should put some in the world.
no,
Don't.
no. Man,
But,
that's not what I'm
but that
saying.
can make
That's
it
not what I'm
better though. Making it something more fair is only getting better here. Yeah, I'm about to make this shit unfair.
But even that be the thing, like y'all be trying to make shit fair that's never gonna be fair sometimes.
I can actually affect whether it's fair or not.
Yeah, if you can affect the fair, sure. I'm not against that.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like in this situation, it is not fair for me to discredit somebody because they had an easier path to where they got.
Yeah, I'm not against that.
I want to give them the credit. I want to root for them to win. There is enough win for all of us.
Yeah.
And that famine mentality is detrimental. Like it just ruins the what do you even call that? The unity, I guess, of us all trying to we're all trying to do better. We're all trying to win for our own families and shit. And like you can win for your family. I might even be able to help you win for your family. You can help me win for my family. You know what I mean? I think that that's a better way to go about it than to be bitter that they won for their family faster or in a
First.
different way. Yeah. Yeah.
But niggas be hating.
It's hard, like I said when we first brought it up, it's hard not to. It's hard not to. Like I have the natural reaction that if you're more well off than me, your success is worth less than mine.
You feel like a nigga who hate at a high level. You think you feel like if you asked him, like if like, do you think you could just not hate? You think he would be able to do it?
I don't know that people who are haters know that. So I don't think saying that would be useful at all to them.
You don't think a nigga who be hating it know he a hater?
Nah, I think there are people. I think there are people with main character syndrome, and I think that these people with main character syndrome have an entitlement to whatever it is that they're hating about. Like if I'm upset with you, and I think that's the point that I'm making here. So yeah, there's a bit of that. There's a bit of that in that famine mentality where I deserved an easier route to this too. It's like, why the fuck did I deserve an easier route? Just because you got an easier route? Like you got the easier, you didn't deserve the easier route. You just had it.
It's like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't deserve to skip all the even numbers. I just wish that I had. And me wishing that I had turns into me being upset with not. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. And it's not helpful. Like now you might find yourself looking for ways to cut corners and shit like that. That's useless.
Now, does your feelings towards this like vary when it comes to like you see other people like you completely don't know success, like celebrities or up and coming stars or whatever? Does that change for you?
What do you mean?
So like if I see like another 25-year-old I have never met in my life, never seen, like do you have that competition feeling?
In a way, but it just, especially now, I think this year more than any other time in my life, when I hear of someone younger than me who has mastered something, I'm like, damn, I wasted the time that I had to master something.
Yeah, I definitely do that.
I'm like, fuck, I could have mastered like 4 things in the time that I just enjoyed life. I was enjoying life from like 19 to, let's say, 24, and I had all the time in the world. And that's when a lot of people like perfected whatever it was that they had been doing, and I just didn't. And I think that instead of being like, damn, I should be doing what they're doing, I'm just like, I wish I had a thing that I focused on the way that they did.
Yeah.
So if I
Wish I had been podcasting since then.
Or I wish I focused harder.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point, like, if I know you like personally, like, I'm like happy for you, even though I may wish I had that opportunity, but I'm happy for you. But if it's like somebody I don't know, it's more like a motivation. Like for me, for me, it's hard to hate on somebody you don't know. I think that's a little weird. I think that's really weird. If you hate,
I mean, you could hate
or
downplay
downplay on somebody you don't even know.
I think it's because
That's hating
you are seeing
inadvertently.
it. I think you're seeing it as toward them. Like the way that you see hate is, I'm mad that you have this, instead of mad at the reality of the situation of me not having it. It has nothing to do with you having it. Well, it has nothing to do with you having it. Like, I'm not hating on you. I am disappointed in the fact that I didn't get.
Yeah, okay. Because I do feel like it's towards a person.
Because to me, that's easy to do. To me, it's really easy to be like, damn, man, I didn't get that.
Yeah. That's definitely, you're right on that. Because I always think, if I think a nigga hating, I feel like they hating on me instead of what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I have plenty empathy for the fact that, it's difficult. Like, I have plenty empathy for a hater I have plenty empathy for someone who looks like a hater because they're not getting a benefit. Because they see benefit being given and they're not getting it. I have plenty empathy for that. As I have lived that.
When the last time you been hating, though?
This happened this week, not that long ago.
I'm not something you was hating. That's crazy.
I try not. I'll try to make it a point I'm not hating here.
And that's why I said that it's a battle. Because immediately as it happened, I'm like, well, why would you think that? Like, why do you feel that way? Like, isn't it possible that they just are on this path? You feel me?
Bro, I really be disgusted with myself when I be finding out I'm hating.
Damn, man, you got to give yourself a little bit more grace. You should be disgusted with yourself. Like, it's all right, man. You just a
I just
human.
feel like it's such a nasty trait
Healing,
to
not
have.
healed, right?
Yeah, man. Thank you, Jordan. But man, for
Hey,
real.
man, don't be using me for your bullshit.
You know Jordan's slogan. That's what I'm going to say from here on out. You know Jordan's slogan.
I'm actually trying, nigga. This nigga ain't trying. Avoidance of fears / regrets. Avoidance of regrets or avoidance of fears, or both.
Both.
How do you avoid that shit?
Right.
How
Is
you
this just
avoid
like,
fear?
are you just on a boundary attack today?
Oh no!
No, I'm fucking with- I'm
this
fucking
one,
with you.
this one is you can either avoid your fears or you can avoid regrets. I see those as like the two. That's the dichotomy. If you avoid your fears, you will regret. If you avoid your regrets, you will have to face fears.
Yeah. I'm dealing with that now. Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. So, I'm about to tell you what. Yeah, it's weird. I'm thinking I'm gonna start my own business, man. Yeah, I'm scared to do it, but I got a good friend who didn't start it and regret it, and I just can't see myself going down that same path. I can't.
Why does he regret it, Darren?
Because he's been doing this for 20 plus years and he's where I'm at.
I
Still.
said this
Did you?
to a degree.
But it's weird, Jordan, because if everyone listened to you, we'll have a different problem here.
No, I'm not saying everybody should listen to me. I just said that from my perspective. Like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't give myself to something for 20 years and be in the same spot.
But he makes great money right now.
That's
but he could definitely be
Living the way he
a
want to
lake
live.
house every weekend type of guy.
He can
but
live
that's
the
not what
way
he
he
is.
want to live, and he can't do that, right?
So right.
That's the point.
But yeah,
And right now you're avoiding fears.
yeah. Yep. So
And you would rather be avoiding regrets.
yep.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
So what you gonna do?
What's your fear though?
Oh, come on.
Come on, bro.
I mean, I'm interested in you saying it, but you know what they are, right?
This is a big risk here. Like, well, not right now. Well, what I want to do is drop everything and just run my own shit.
No.
Like, at some point, you will have to drop everything and run your shit.
Yeah, when it gets to a
Yeah.
point where you don't need the shit anymore,
But,
that you're gonna drop.
dealing with other homeowners, fucking up, and it all falls on me. Like I don't know. It's like the shit that I have not experienced yet. When I have to experience it, the fallback is me. Like, who else do I go to? The boss?
Do you trust yourself to do the fucking job?
Yeah, but
Alright,
sometimes that's not enough.
Oh, Jordan, I don't like how you doing
Like
this.
sometimes that's not enough, man.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. My confidence in my bullshit be wavering because I don't be feeling like, because I'm pressed to get shit done on a time level that I feel like I should be at, not because I'm not confident in what I can do. And so him having a job or him wanting to do something that is fully solely on his ability, and he's been doing this long enough to where he can teach people what to do, and they can figure out how to make money doing this, it should be more than enough confidence in himself that he can do this fucking job. Like, you can't avoid, like, shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna go bad. That's life. But I'm sure Darian knows what he's doing well enough to avoid any catastrophic damage that could possibly happen. And with that being said, it's like, I mean, at that point, work on your people skills, bro, and you should be fine.
Yeah, the reason that I don't like how you're doing it is you're saying these things as if it's like, yeah, just do
Piece
it.
of cake.
Like, yeah, just do it, man.
Everybody does that, and I
Yeah,
know
just
it's
go-
not that simple.
Yeah, just go through these, like, a life-changing transition and, like, accept your confidence has enough. It's like, yeah, you're right.
It's a
He
process, but
it's not as easy as, come on, Darian, why the fuck you ain't just quit your job already,
But then,
bro? Like,
no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at
It
all.
definitely is a process because like each day I'm getting closer and closer. Like, yeah, like this is it. Like the time is ready. Like that's what it feels like.
Like, it's a process. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I've been working on my shit for 2 years. Like, but that's been an up and down process. Like, that's been a long process. Granted, situational also. But it's just like when I said to you, like, bro, shit will fall into place. And here we are. Like,
nothing fell into place, by the way. That took work.
It took work, but was it something that you had to focus on doing, or did it really just, like, did it naturally happen?
Naturally happened, but it takes focus. You might think I'm trying to be obtuse here. I honestly don't know what you're getting at. Like, you had to put, like, real, like, your feet was on the ground, my nigga. Like, you had to do work, and it may not have been difficult work for you, but it took work, and that put into motion me doing work. Like, it wasn't just, all right, man, like, now the video's recording. Like, nah, man, I had to figure shit out. I had to get shit here on time, and, like, there's a lot of thought and effort that goes into every bit of this, and things don't fall into place. You put things into place.
You put things into place,
Yeah.
but it could have only gone one or two ways. Either it was going to happen or it didn't happen, and it happened.
Yep.
That's pretty much how I'm looking at it. Like, you wanted this thing to happen, it happened. Like, no matter what amount of effort or work it took to get there, like, it happened. And so that's just all I'm saying, bro. Like, that's what you want. You know what to do to try to get there. Like, as long as you take the steps, like, it'll happen. Don't worry about the timeline, because the timeline isn't something that you really can control anyway.
Right, and that's another fear of mine is because I can't control the timeline. Like that makes me like, yeah, don't do this right now, or don't do this at all. Like, you're comfortable. I'm comfortable now. Like, I'm in a safe place, I should say.
But you already doing it though. You do
Right.
side work.
Yeah, so
that's my point. Like, you already are there.
But
You're just
these,
not.
like, these are the boots on the ground, like, to move towards that though. Like, it's only helping right now. Like, I'm getting put on with more customers. Like, so,
You see my point.
like, it's just, I'm getting closer, man. I just know I'm getting closer. I'm definitely in a better spot on it than when I was last year for sure.
one thing for both of y'all. Darian, do you see this being a thing that is inevitable? You see this as an inevitability?
That's a great, yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I do too.
for sure.
I have been seeing that for
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah.
And Jordan, do you feel a disappointment? Your reaction makes me feel like you feel a disappointment in his doubt.
Yeah.
Why?
That's realistic and it's natural though, right?
Yeah, my doubt is realistic and natural. Like I don't.
But you're upset with, are you upset with yourself through him right now then? Like, damn, I hate seeing you doubt yourself.
A little bit of both though. Like, yeah, I don't like seeing him doubt himself, but I don't like doubting myself either though. Like, it's just but that's a part of the process. Like, I'm saying that as a early reinforcement to that. Like, this ain't the first time he gonna feel that. But the reality is, are you doing this or not? Like, this is what you want, right? So cool. The reality is, you're gonna face that 10,000 more times. And as an early reinforcement, as your nigga, I'm gonna tell you now, like, you got it, bro. Don't worry about it.
So, like, what's helping me right now is I'm doing things that leave me no excuses of why I'm not doing this.
That's beautiful.
So, like now, like, if I don't have a tool, I gotta go ask for somebody. I was like, I'll just buy it myself. Like, that's not an excuse no more. I don't have a truck. That's not an excuse no more. Like, I don't have a trailer. Like, I'm looking for trailers. Like, I'm trying to leave myself with no excuses. When there's no excuses, like, come on, what you doing, D? Like, come on, bro. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at.
That's fire.
So
That's fire. That's beautiful, man.
It's just like I told you too, bro. Like, I got rid of Xbox because I'm like, all right, the time is there now. Boom. Like, you ain't got no excuse on why you can't get shit done or do shit for this or that. Like, you got an iPad, you got you feel me, a fucking MacBook. Like, bro, you got all the time in the world now. You ain't playing the fucking game.
yeah, fuck that.
Do this shit, like.
I ain't on that way.
And I think I understand the avoidance of fears. I can't say that I don't understand it. And I'm not saying that the only way to live is to avoid regrets. That's just the thing that I am most passionate about. I don't want to have a regret. I don't want to regret a decision that I made. I don't remember if it was this podcast or the last, but I want control. And when you have control, and I think this is one of the things that makes you doubt, or that makes that doubt so strong. When you have control, your decision is what makes this go right or wrong.
Yes.
So knowing that I'm in control of what I do, if at the end of, when I'm 50 years old or at the end of a situation, I'm like, damn, I regret not moving like this. That's your fault. I 100% am in control of whether I feel that way later.
Gotcha.
I have to move based on, I don't want to regret this thing in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what makes the avoidant, like, I think I avoid fears, let's say 45 to 50% of the time. I want to avoid regrets more than 80% of the time.
You right. Don't we all?
Yeah.
I regret not using my phone to record the last 7 episodes.
Yeah.
I regret that. And that is based on my own behaviors. That sucks. That sucks,
Yeah.
dude. Mm-hmm. My fear of it not being good enough stopped my ability to not regret that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan, he just threw his percentage out. Like, do you have a percentage of what you lean towards
Over 80.
towards no regret?
I would love to live that way.
Where are you at now? If you had to throw something out.
35.
Like no regrets or
That's tough, dude. I feel it, man.
Because I start to see things in terms of opportunity now. Like, all right, so remember that conversation? I was at work and I was like, I seen something and I was like, I like wanted to say something about that, but I couldn't because I was wiggling at work, and then I was like, but you feel me? Like, I was definitely on some like, man, I should have said something, but I didn't. But I was like, that could have been an opportunity. You never know. But like, that's how I think about a lot of shit. Like, if I don't do this, you might be missing on an opportunity. Like,
That's amazing.
I wasn't gonna go to Barty's like Shangri-La party, and I was on the phone with a friend, and I was on my way up there, and I was like, damn, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm having social anxiety like a motherfucker, like I really don't want to go, but I want to go. And then I was like, damn, I'm gonna be pissed if I don't go up in this bitch and I see it, like fuck how lit it was, but if I just don't go based off the opportunity of like who you might see in terms of what your brand may experience. Like if you know, so if you see somebody you know,
as well as support for the dog.
Yeah,
shout out Josh Mears, shout out Bar.
Of course, I wouldn't go if that wasn't the point anyway. But I'm like, yeah, you don't want to miss out on the opportunity to see what this just may be like. And it's like, yeah, I can't just be going around in life like fucking off my opportunities.
Hey, real quick,
you get so many.
Do you think this might tie back into how we open this? Give him a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like your social anxiety almost stopped you from going and finding this opportunity, but give it a chance to surprise you.
Because then this is the other thing. When you do look at it that way, like you have more opportunities than you think you do. Like that was an opportunity for not only me to experience that, but to go support the homie, but to also help get over my social anxiety, to have an experience of getting out the house, which is something I've been wanting to do. Like you can tally up your fucking opportunities and they end in positivity. You have an abundance at that point.
This is fire.
And in life, you only get so many opportunities for you get your last one. You might as well take as many as you can get.
You might as well take as many as you can get. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
We've been doing a lot of full circles lately. I hope y'all like this shit.
No,
we ain't writing it.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, no, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, man. You only get so many of them bitches, so it's like do what you can. And then, like I said, in the midst of it, you probably won't think about it, but when you go back to reflect, self-reflection is king to me. Like
facts.
When you go back to reflect, you'll realize you had a lot more opportunities than you think you did, and you can always go back to it and pull back from that. Like just in its simple shit too. Like simple situations, like me starting a new job, just going to a new space, like me wanting to work on like being more present and being more vocal. Like you do that, and it's like you pulled so much from that one thing that gave you so many more opportunities that you had green checks on. It's like, all right, well, I did. First of all, I don't have any regrets here because it ended in positivity. And I got over a fear, so now I'm killed two birds with one stone, and then I can add something else to it because I done checked off so many good opportunities. Like that's a way to build positively. I think that's what we all want. You should. There's a way to do it.
There's definitely a lot of pros with that, but again, because I'll be leaning towards the fear part. I think of the cons and shit.
Yeah. So what's your percentage? What percentage are you going by fear?
60, 70, for sure.
That's real, man.
And
that's real.
I'm comfortable too.
I know, and I think that's the biggest one. That's the biggest one, and I hear that a lot from entrepreneurs, similar to the sentiments of, wow,
just hated on.
Well, we lost a light. Similar to the sentiments of Jordan today. Our entrepreneur friends will often say, like, you got to get out your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a big part of being successful. You got to get out your comfort zone. And that's absolutely true. But that is a difficult thing because your fear is that outside your comfort zone is a dangerous place to be, which ain't necessarily untrue.
But it's hardly ever true, though.
Talk to me.
Like, as fearful as you may be to get out your comfort zone, like, bro, you'll find yourself more comfortable than you think you are, like you could ever be. Like, a lot of times what's on the other side of that fear is just unknown.
Facts. And that's where the fear comes from, because you don't know.
You just don't know. But if you stop living in your life and and it's easy to say that, but it's like, think about a math problem you didn't know. And then you ran into it and you was like, oh, that shit was really not that bad. It's like, I could do that shit again. And then it's like, oh, well, here's test form of this math problem that I didn't know. And it's like, well, this shit is easy because at one point I didn't know, but now I know.
Wow.
Like,
yeah.
And a lot of times the anticipation is the thing that gets you.
Yes, it's the anxiety of just waiting to know what's on the other side of that.
I watch a podcast by Rick Glassman called take your shoes off. And just because he's talked about it before, I feel like I had to bring that up. But I have thought about this on, like, in life. I used to hate getting shots. And getting a shot, like, as soon as I knew that I had to get a shot today, as soon as I knew that a needle was going to have to go in my skin, I hate what's going on. I'm anticipating how bad it's going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating it. And I think for the first, let's say 3 years of my adult life, I felt that way. Man, I got to go get my blood work. Like, I would be dreading it. Damn, I got to get my flu shot. I fucking hate this. And then, like, after the 3 years, I'm like, every single time I come here, it's not that bad. Every time I have ever had a needle in me, it is simply just not, like, it is nowhere near painful enough or even uncomfortable enough for me to be, like, dreading it.
For
Like,
you to give a fuck, for real.
I don't even think about, like, stubbing your toe only happens by accident. And it hurts way worse.
Yo,
It hurts
and you
way
can't even
worse.
anticipate that
You
shit.
can't.
And that should be sore for days.
So yeah, that you're absolutely correct, and it may not even be the unknown. It might just be the fact that, like you were saying, it's not that bad. Like, it may not be that bad. And I think what it takes is for people in our position to be more uncomfortable with not going to get it. You should be
Yeah.
more uncomfortable with not seizing an opportunity or not avoiding your regret than you are with possibly failing.
That'd be my point of view a lot of the time. It'd be like, man, just don't rob yourself. Like, don't rob yourself of the opportunity, and don't rob yourself of, like, just getting over that shit. Because it's like, man, so many people live, like, that's what creates that, like, that bitterness and that hater shit is like living in that, oh, well, I should have did.
It definitely could.
I wanted that. Like, why didn't I get? Because I could have did. It's just like you said. Like, it's motherfuckers be having that entitlement. It's like, why didn't I get that? And why didn't I get that? Because I should have did. Simple as that. Don't live your life in that space. And that could go across the board.
I say it does. I don't even think that it could. I say it does. It does go across the board. That's real. Like, people, we feel that. We all know that we feel that. Shit.
Yeah.
You boys on fire.
Nice.
Block is hot, nigga.
You boys on fire.
Block's hot.
What else you got? Give me something funny, bro.
All right.
I don't want to
I
keep
didn't
telling
think we-
these.
I didn't
I
think
want
we
to keep
would
telling
get
these.
through that.
I don't want to keep telling these people that they suck at shit. And I don't want to keep talking about how I suck. God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm a terrible person. No, I'm playing.
Oh wait. I thought we were gonna start with this. Darian and I had an episode last year where we talked about our difficulties in conflict resolution at home. I've been doing a pretty damn good job. This week I have been failing. This week I've been doing poorly.
You was out here starting shit.
Nah, not starting shit, but definitely not trying to end it healthily. I have been feeding into not great.
Wow. This week, I'm good. Last week, I was pretty bad. No, last week, I was wild.
You gonna care with two making that crazy ass
last
look.
week, I was wilding. This week, I did a lot better.
Nigga was
bro.
ready. Yeah, you was
Right,
Wilder. You was
bro,
ready to
I-
end it all.
No,
Bro,
don't, hold on,
for
wait.
real.
I don't like you saying that he was wilding.
No, I was.
No, I know, 'cause I be
me,
wilding.
no, you told me to not tell him to not be wilding.
Like, I was wild.
Do you forget that part?
Yeah, I did.
No.
I said chill, and you was like, "No, man."
Like,
Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. There wasn't no explaining that shit.
like I was definitely wilding, and it was just coming from a place of what should I want to say exactly how I feel. It was coming from a place of I'm not used to this, so it got to be wrong. Like, so
Hey,
we can
that
definitely
ain't exactly
we
wrong.
can definitely speak on this after, like, because I'm not used to something. I just like, nah, you doing something that we shouldn't be doing here. I don't like it, and because I never spoke on that, like.
I love that you can admit that.
Like,
That
yeah,
is
like, so
We'll talk about it after,
So
yeah.
we definitely, that's what I learned. But then this week I've been a lot better because again I was wilding I can say I was wilding last week.
What is
But
bad about your conflict resolution?
my resolution is getting even. Like, I want to make you mad because I'm mad now. That's my resolution.
Sick,
like,
man.
being honest with you. So now it's more of like okay, so all this week, bro, I have been cleaning, bro. I don't clean that much. Like every time my lady cooked, bro, I was washing dishes.
What?
Bro, yeah, normally she washes dishes, but gotta help her out. So every time she cooked, I'm doing the dishes, like every single dish.
I ain't never seen
I'll also
act like this.
I also pick dinner, give her a load twice a week. So I did that this week. Like I've been
This
washing
nigga
clothes
acting
like
new.
no tomorrow.
That's beautiful.
Like so, I've been on my high horse this week.
My conflict resolution has been poor this week. We don't have to get into specifics, but I can say that I don't react as I'm mad, so you got to be mad too. I react as it's okay for you to be mad because you're wrong.
He hate when I get
You
cut.
ain't shit, man.
No, I know. No, I know.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. I do think that I'm right. I don't want that to be
Hey,
confused
I'm
here.
glad you admit
I
it.
don't want that to be confused here.
Yeah.
I do think that I'm right. I think that doesn't matter as much as I want it to. That's what
I'm
I think
glad
is
you
the
can admit
difference.
that.
I think that it just doesn't matter as much as I want it to. Yeah. That's what I mean. But I think that that's only because your day doesn't have to be ruined because you're wrong. We don't have to be arguing because you're wrong. Like, shout out my coworker Joel. This man, honestly, he is a role model. The way that he is a mild-mannered human being, and he is simply just nice. I don't know how else to describe him except for fucking nice, man. And he said that it's hard for me to even accept shit like this, but he was saying how in disagreements with people that you love, you just got to remember that y'all on the same team. It's like, nigga, no, we not. Like in my head, bro. Look, dog.
We
no,
disagree.
look,
We competition, bitch.
nigga.
Like fuck
What?
you.
My problem
You
is
fuck
that
with them other niggas.
You the opposition.
but that be the thing. Like my problem is like I want to win so bad, and it be like I know how to win, so shut the fuck up and come on.
Jordan. I'm right. Okay, Jordan, I'm right.
Like,
and
damn
it's not me thinking I'm right in these situations. Like, we can figure out who's right or wrong via argumentation. Which one of us has better points? I have better points. I'm right? That doesn't matter when you're on the same team.
Right.
No.
Like, the goal is for us to have good days and grow together, right? How does it help you forcing your rightness down someone's throat? So, this week, I've been right instead of a teammate. I've been right this week, man, and it sucks, dude. It sucks. It not only does it suck for it to be happening, it sucks to know it. It sucks to know it later. It sucks to be, let's say, at work or let's say outside the house and be like, wow,
I'm the asshole.
I was not a teammate today.
Damn. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So that happened to me this week, man. And I just wanted to bring that up because I guess I did want to tell y'all how much I suck still. So
What about you, Jordan? How you been dealing with your conflict resolution?
I ain't really feel like I didn't have too many conflicts lately. I've been cool, but what I have been working on is shutting the fuck up.
Is that enough?
Yeah, cause then it's be like, man, you like I had to realize like I inadvertently be wanting people to do what the fuck I tell them to do.
I'm with you. on that
making
one,
commands.
man.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
Yeah, not even
No,
necessarily that.
You just gotta naturally do it like that.
But it'd be like I'm
Notice how I made that about me?
advice is free for me. Like it'd be like it just be like
Everyone's needing it. is what you're saying. Everyone, Darian, you still got a job or what?
Like, like it's so crazy. Like my caption on my, like I'm a player who's seen the game behind the coach's glasses. Like I often be coaching, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna coordinate. I'm not gonna coach. I'm gonna coordinate. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm stepping into my role as a coordinator.
Maybe you shouldn't even be there though. Like, how much control do you need over these other people?
Defensive coordinator means you need
How
none.
much control of these other people do you need?
None.
These grown people?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. What do you coordinate, dude? Mind your business.
My shit. My shit. My shit. This the thing, motherfuckers will come to me with their shit, and I'll be like, I gotta learn to shut the fuck up when they come to me with the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where I gotta fix my shit. I ain't trying to control shit. I just gotta learn to shut the fuck up with somebody coming to me with shit instead
That's
of coaching
tough.
them.
That's hard to do.
It is. Because I see error in ways, and a lot of times I be seeing myself, and I be like, hey, I did this. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? I see you about to do this dumb shit I did. Please don't do this. And it'd be like, you know what?
But
They
you don't
gonna-
say that.
No, I don't say it that way.
You don't say that. That's what you
But
mean.
That's what I mean. And they're gonna do that dumbass shit anyway, because that's what they want to do. So I gotta let them do that shit.
But that makes you mad, doesn't it?
It frustrates the fuck out of me.
As somebody who can see it coming, that makes you. You don't want.
But how can you be mad if you don't tell them, hey, I've been there?
No, he does though. Is what he said. Well, I guess he's saying it
He's
in a
saying-
less receivable way.
Yeah, I'm definitely aware that how I often coach people is not digestible. And it often comes off as lectures. And it's like, yeah, man, shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you could be right as hell. But they don't always need to hear that shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, be
Hard
real.
to accept that.
If a motherfucker was gonna do it to you, would you listen? No. Like that go back to that conversation we had like off cam, and I'll touch on it a little bit, not too detailed, but he was like, where you know where to draw that line. It's like,
Oh, we can have that conversation
Oh, do you?
anytime.
Do
We
you?
can have that conversation anytime. That actually fits right. It fits perfectly right here.
yeah, dude. Where do you know when to draw the line when you in contention with somebody in conversation?
We're talking about the podcast episode that'll likely never drop now, but the one where we got to the point where y'all are letting me know that I argue in avoidance of accountability. That's not incorrect, and that's also like sometimes, like you were just saying, you can be right and also shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to draw that line because I've been trying. Now, when we had this conversation, it was a week ago. I had a good week that week. I did a lot of shutting the fuck up. But a lot of times when I was doing the shutting the fuck up, I'm like, but they need to know their error.
Man, do they?
And I don't know. I realize that is not 100% of the time the case. I realize that you don't always need to know your error. I realize you don't need to be corrected every time you're incorrect. I understand and accept that. But it's also not 100% the other way either. Mm-mm. Like, it's not that you never need to be told when you fucking up. It's not like you never need to be told when you tripping. As someone who is naturally argumentative, I have no idea when I'm supposed to shut the fuck up and when I'm supposed to let you know you tripping.
When they ask you?
Shit, nigga, you just erased it.
When they ask you. So you taught me this, Savon. When now I respond to things I think are stupid in a very bad way. All right.
Yeah.
So when my lady comes to me with advice, he told me, do you want to vent or do you want advice? And that helps a lot because I would just give you the solution to your problem
Yeah.
every single time. Like,
Yes, bro.
and then sometimes they don't want a solution.
That is an easy answer.
That is exactly what Nicole told me.
That's an easy answer for your romantic relationship or for, let's even say, a close enough friendship. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the same for a friendship or a relationship in a situation where they're just behaving in a shitbag manner. Like we all make missteps. We all have done things that we probably shouldn't have done, and we could agree to that after the evaluation. Sometimes that evaluation only happens because somebody let you know that they didn't like that shit. Somebody let you know that you was moving kind of crazy when you did that.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know when I need to be the one to let you know that you're moving crazy.
I think that's definitely based on your interactions with them.
Sure, man. My interactions with everyone is to argue.
Like, no.
Like 99% of the
So what I'm
interactions I've
saying
had
is,
since
like,
I was 2 was arguments.
If you've
nigga.
seen this person, like, this your first time doing this or dealing with them or something, I say you argue that. But now, like, your 4th time seeing them, you don't argue every time. Okay, just shut the fuck up. Clearly, they don't care.
Yep.
So
That makes sense.
I feel like you got to form a pattern here.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
You base it off the relationship you have with this person, and I guess you just go from there. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels dangerous because it, as someone who already has this reputation, I feel like I only got so many. I feel like I'm only allowed so many.
Hey, make a boundary and say I got 5. No, I'm fucking with you.
Don't do this to me, man.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna be down on myself every move I make. Every time I have a conversation. Hey, Jordan, you. Never mind. You good?
Yeah, man, it's one of those things. That's a slippery slope. Because it's like, man, do they need to know or do they need to know? And
My nature says yes every time.
Yeah,
My
dude,
nature honestly says yes every time.
it really be like, nigga, tell that motherfucker.
No,
please.
you got to change that question because we're not here to determine if they need it or not. You got to ask yourself, do they want to know?
That doesn't matter as much to me.
Because you like to share if you're right, right?
I think that I'm not going to discount that may play a role here, but it doesn't matter if you want to know you're a bad person or not. That's something you should know.
Yeah,
you
he
should
got
know
a point
that.
with that.
Like I don't, or like, do you want to know that the word is not pronounced T-Rex? You may not even have a value on that simply because you don't know.
Bro.
Like you don't know what you don't know. You can't not want to know something because you don't even fucking know it, right? Like you don't know that shit. You're gonna know. You should know. You should know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that I was an asshole, but I wanted to know that I was an asshole after somebody told me I was an asshole. Like that shit mattered.
You needed that information.
I needed that information.
And I don't know how to draw the line of like, I think you always need the information. I always want the information. Like earlier when you said, think about it. If someone was going to do that to you, would you accept it? Yeah, man.
I would, but I think I said that because how I can go about it comes off as a lecture and not a statement. And because I can listen to you and I'm such a good listener, I can analyze everything you saying and pick you apart as to where you fucked up, how you fucked up on each thing. And I just have to learn how to address that as like, you know what? Let people make the mistakes they're gonna make. Like if they need a solution, give them a solution. But ask questions. I think the best way, because I think at that point I can kind of discern whether or not I need to give input or not. Like ask questions about what they saying and see if they actually understand whatever it is that they talking about, really.
And I know that we've had this conversation before, but I think a lot of the difficulty, at least for me and you, Jordan, is that we either don't have the ability to trust people to have these conversations at a similar level,
at an intelligence level that would be stimulating enough to really dive deep.
It's just the fact that you would have to, it takes somebody, the reason that I'm comfortable with someone giving me a quote unquote lecture is because I could just let them know where I don't need it. Like I could just let them know like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily have to take it personal that you're trying to correct my behaviors, but I can let you know without getting emotional about it that I value this part and this part. You're absolutely correct about that because that applies to me. Mm-hmm. This part and this part don't apply to me, and I do appreciate you. that takes the awareness to like accept the parts that are for you and decline the parts that are not. And I just don't think that a lot of people have that
sure.
conversational awareness.
For sure.
Like as soon as someone is being lectured to, it's like, who the fuck you think you are, nigga? Like, damn, bro. Like, no way.
That's some hating shit.
Wow.
Damn.
That's some hating.
Oh, that makes me so sad. Well, this one's gonna end abruptly. Like, let us know what y'all think.
Part 2 maybe soon.
Yeah, part 2 maybe soon. Hit us up at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, which we're using, or the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com. For the geezes. We'll see you on next Wednesday.
See y'all next week.